Hey, what's up, guys? This is Malia B, and this is my rant on what was taken down from Facebook on Curly Nikki, featuring Miss Sarah and her curly hair, and the Lilly white girl got featured on Curly Nikki, and everyone is in the uproar. Real talk, I got some points that I want to go over. One is that if you have curly hair, 9 times out of 10 you have a Negroid in your line. There's only 3 races on the planet, people: Negroid, Caucasoid, and Mongoloid. And curly hair is indicative of a Negroid trait. So if you have curly hair, you need to shake your tree, and then you might find a little Negroid might fall out and that's what gave you the curly hair. Okay? Number 2, all these women that was in an uproar because Curly Nikki featured a quote-unquote white woman as a feature need to go in the bathroom and slap yourself. Seriously. You teach on one end, you're upset because there's racism and there's not equality. But then on the other end, this white girl comes in. She's like, oh, no, that's our stuff. No, we don't want none of that. We don't want this for us. This FUBU. This for us, by us. The white girl need to take it somewhere else. But then again, when you deal with an African who is straight from your lineage, oh, no, I don't do no African stuff. You know what I'm saying? I pick and choose, all that traditionalism over there in Africa. I'm American now. So one end you're American, and then the other end you're not, and then at one end you wanted to keep it just you, but then you don't want to keep it just you too much. It's a crabs in a barrel mentality, divide and conquer. You need to go in the bathroom and just look at yourself in the mirror for a few minutes, when it looks like you can't really tell, am I looking at me, or is this me, or is that me looking at me, and just slap yourself. Psh, slap yourself. Because you got some crab in a barrel mentality, and you need to go to my website and get emotional freedom techniques so you can check yourself, because what you're doing is some divide and conquer stuff, and that ain't even what time it is on this day and time. Third point, if you look at my video, the U.S. Army versus natural hair, I think it's one of them, part 1, 2, or 3. I tell you, I break it down. I give you the Google site so you can check it for yourself. The powers that be, the elite powers that be, the high-powered women in the U.S., top 10, have short, straight hair. So even the Lilly white girl named Sarah is going through it because she is adverse to what the elite women want. That it's inclusive to what the sisters are going through in the Army. If it's not short and straight, they ain't trying to hear you. You're not trying to conform. So thus, she would have the same issues that you. Yes, it is a new present problem for us, this exploding into embracing our natural self. Yes, that's true for women of color, mainly black women of color. But it's only a present problem. And that's why you're so emotionally charged from it. 10 years from now, it won't be such a present problem. And then maybe then you'll look at it and say, hey, we need to get together, because right now you need to get with this Lilly white woman, give her a high five and come on, jump on board, and let's, unify and get this thing done, as opposed to saying, oh, Curly Nikki went out and she sold out. She went out and moved. She done sold out and went to the white people to get more mainstream. Which brings me to my next part of this segment. Okay? Curly Nikki is not Curly Nikki. Curly Nikki, which was founded by Textured Media. Don't believe me? Google it. Check it out. Textured Media, which was started in 1998, does branding to people of textured color, ran by white people. CEO currently is Krista Bailey. Okay, it started out as 2 quote-unquote Lily White girls who had a Facebook platform. Investors took a look at it, invested $1.2 million into this platform because they recognized that most of the world, 60% of the world, has curly, coily, or wavy hair. Thus, this is a niche demographic worth taking a look at. So the numbers, close to 80 million people around the world have textured hair, quote-unquote curly hair, and spend at least $500 million annually on their hair care. Okay? So their first one was naturallycurly.com. Then they branched into 7 brands, which is including naturallycurly.com, Curly Nikki. So Curly Nikki ain't even Curly Nikki. Curl Mart, Texture Trends, Curl Stylist. And for your information, if you are buying stuff on these sites, they are selling market intelligence. So they are monitoring how you do it. So not only are they selling you products, but they're monitoring how and what you buy and what's your hair texture. And they're selling that to other companies like L'Oreal, Procter & Gamble, all of these other hair care products, and they're marketing to them. Okay? So that is textured media. They reach 11 million people monthly, right? Their people versus what was projected, but their people spend $1 billion annually on hair products, which is the reason why texture media had to look at this natural thing and say, hey, these black women spend money. We need to cater to them. Let's form a forum for them. Curly Nikki. However, Curly Nikki is actually owned not by Curly Nikki or Nikki, but actually a group of white women, let me get it correct, who was founded by Michelle Brewer and Gretchen Herbert, of which they were curlies. However, if you Google the image of the CEO, which is Krista Bailey, her hair is straight. I saw some pictures of her. She has some wavy hair, but for the most part, her hair is straight. Let's not go back to what I just said earlier. Okay? So you're thinking that Curly Nikki is Curly Nikki, but in actuality, it's for a media and commerce site. They're there just to sell you products. Giveaways, make you feel good, forum, let's communicate, and let's do it. Don't get me wrong, it's a good forum to get you to where you need to be, but their main site is a business, and it is to make money, and it is to make money for their shareholders, and it is known as a commerce site, which they say on their actual media kit. Don't believe me? Check it out for yourself. Go to Curly Nikki, scroll down to the bottom, click on advertised. It will bring you to Textured Media Group, and there you can explore and learn about it all by yourself. But this is what I wanted to say, okay? First of all, the platform demo, okay, is 54% African American, 27% Caucasian. Naturally Curly, right, is 51% Caucasian, 30% African American, meaning that it ain't even geared towards you in the first place for you to even make these comments of that she's selling out. And it's all about money. It was always all about money. You just didn't know about it. Another thing was like, well, their whole thing is to get you to spend money on cosmetics, skincare, and fragrances. Okay, so they are attracting big people. They attracting Shea Naturals, Dad, Kinky Curly is advertised with them, L'Oreal, Garnier, Fructis. The thing goes on and on and on and on. And then what had got the backlash was that the black woman was in an uproar over what? something that, wasn't yours anyway. I could understand if it came out like that. But even if that, we're all in this together. It's all about all of us working. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. So calm down, angry black woman. Go in the mirror and slap yourself. You're getting angry about nothing. 2 thumbs up for Curly Nikki, recognizing that teamwork makes the dream work. It takes all of us together to get this whole world to change and accept and love us for what we are. Now, if it's business model, which I can, I can respect that. You got to pay the bills in order to keep the doors open. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And this was brought to me by Love a Natural Me. They commented on it too, and she also said, basically, she's surprised about the response about, Curly Nikki selling out or whatever. But in essence, if you look up the business model, you realize Curly Nikki is really Naturally Curly, which is a conglomerate started by 2 quote-unquote lily white women. Sit down, go in the bathroom, and slap yourself. Okay, so you could check that out. I'm going to have some links. If you're looking at this on YouTube, the links are on my website. So if you go to curlycrownonline.com, I'll show you links on where I got the media kit, where I got the 2 blogs, and the blog on Curly Nikki about that was causing all this backlash and that they took off of Facebook. But for one thing, this actually just helps Curly Nikki and her cause, because quote unquote from a guy who is good at business, Sam Decker, CEO of Mass Relevance, an Austin-based social media integration company, says, quote, "There's nothing worse than a company that doesn't get talked about at all. I'd rather get some polarized feedback from investors or customers that either tell you you're way off track or you need to head into another direction, as opposed to not even getting any type of play whatsoever." So, big ups to all the haters. They just blew up Texture Media, another $100 million free advertisement that they ain't have to pay for. Big ups to them to recognizing that teamwork makes the dream work, and it's taking all of us together to get this world to change for the better, for not only for ourselves, our family, and the future. And big ups to all the haters that took themselves to the bathroom and slapped their egos back into check. I'm Malia V, signing off on this. Peace. Remember, it's easy to be natural and love it. Bye.